The site here at Mechanicsburg is a spooky one. Welcome to Halloween night here at Mechanicsburg High School, where we have a special presentation of Mechanicsburg football. It's senior night here as the Mechanicsburg Indians look to take on the Northeastern Jets, who have found a landing strip, they think, but we're going to deny them landing from the tower and send them back home, hopefully. And with me tonight, as always, is Tony Muscadri. Hello, everybody. I'm Caleb Spinner, your play-by-play broadcaster. And before I get accused of being a West Liberty sympathizer because they see black and orange, this is a pumpkin tie. We're trying to be festive here today, okay? Not dissuading my school.
I
all
saw
right?
your brother there last night, though.
Yeah, he's at the game tonight. And that's going to be one to watch, though.
Is.
Mechanicsburg lost to West Jefferson, but now West Lib's turn. If Mechanicsburg loses to West Jeff, which we already did, and the West Liberty Salem Tigers beat West Jeff, and we go into West Liberty in 2 weeks and beat West Lib,
Should be a
that'll be
three-way
great.
tie.
Yeah,
Yep.
that'll be great. And we'll head back. Well, no, because Fairbanks beat West Liberty last week.
Oh, that's right.
So West Lib would have it
two-way
too.
tie.
So it'd be
Yep.
a tie between the Mechanicsburg Indians and the West Jefferson Rough Riders for OHC champion.
That is correct.
So there's still hope, ladies and gentlemen, for an OHC championship for the Mechanicsburg Indians. And we're going to take it down to the field to show you the marching band who has been playing the alma mater, the national anthem, and the fight song. And now they're going to go over to the hill to start that infamous tunnel that everyone loves when the footballers walk down to enter Sandman. And it's a great moment. The Indians enter the field, and the crowd goes on their feet.
Yeah,
every time.
All the players love that. And it's an exciting time and gets them pumped up for the game, ready to go.
And I mentioned it is senior night.
Yes.
I'm sure this is taking you flashbacks to last year when
Not
you
at
walked Joey down. No,
No, not at all.
not when you walked Joey down the track.
No, maybe because I'm trying to figure out how to get him home from school.
Oh,
already.
okay. Already?
Yeah,
After not even into November of his first year, and you're trying to bring him back home.
for one day.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I'm sure the incidents or some of the things that he partook in his first day on campus were not something that you would be proud of, or his mother.
We're dealing with it.
And here you go, the moment that we were talking about earlier, the Mechanicsburg Indians, hand in hand, walking down the hill, getting ready to walk onto this field to take on the Jets. And thanks to our great camera work from Scott Spinner tonight. Coach Forrest hyping them up really quick before the start of this one, before they storm the field. And here they go. The Indians have entered the stadium. The tomahawk chop playing loudly in the back there. And for Mechanicsburg, this matchup on paper favors the Indians much more than it does the Jets. However, the Jets are one of those teams that can upset you if you're not careful.
They can. They're just they're struggling a little bit this year, but like any of our smaller schools, they could have those flashes of awesomeness that win the game.
Yeah, I mean, it only takes one quarter or a couple possessions of greatness, and you're back in a game, or you're in a game you didn't think you'd be in.
Yep. Usually, Mechanicsburg is dealing with that adversity pretty well this year.
Yeah, they have been.
But you never know. Like you said,
It only takes a little bit, right?
a couple miscues, and they could have the ball a couple extra times, and you never know what happens when that happens.
We've seen every game so far, home and away, of the Indians this season. What are some of the keys that, if Northeastern has watched their film and has done their research, what are some things that the Northeastern Jets can look to take advantage of against this Mechanicsburg team?
Well, the tight part of the game is going to be Mechanicsburg's defense plays pretty well. They're going to have to overcome that and be able to move the ball with mixing it up, throwing it, running it. But that's a tall task to ask of a team if you aren't used to doing that all the time.
Yes, it is, certainly. And we're getting ready for kickoff in this one. Again, thank you to all of our sponsors who have making this broadcast possible. We're proud of every single moment that they donate to us and that all their donations and all their support that they give to us. And B-Bout is going to return this one. Excuse me, we're working on our camera really quick. But for this one, B-Bout returns it out to the 30-yard line for Mechanicsburg, and that's where the Indians will set up shop. And Mechanicsburg, again, we said it, they have the advantage, at least on paper, but I think this opening drive is going to be huge for Mechanicsburg. We'll see if they can get started early and score often. It's going to be Logan Hurst, the senior quarterback, in shotgun. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Shotgun looks to throw. It's batted up, incomplete.
Yeah, the key for Mechanicsburg tonight is to just take care of the football. And, you know, this first couple drives are just feeling each other out. But as long as they can keep track of that football and not turn it over, they should have a good night tonight.
And it's not often that Logan Hurst throws a pass where the defender can get a hand on it, but there's one there.
That was a big hand, too, and he was tall.
That was a big hand. This offensive line, I'm not sure if you can see it, is going to have a handful to deal with on the defensive side. Same formation, now Conley, and Conley's going to take it and run. He's got a first down and more out to the 45-yard line, and that'll move the chains for the first time tonight for Mechanicsburg. And that was just a good run. Designed run, quarterback right up the middle.
Yeah, there's good blocking, too, because Aaron wasn't touched until he got 8 yards past the line of scrimmage.
A new set of downs for Mechanicsburg at their own 45. The same 3-receiver format. Logan Hurst back in shotgun. And he's going to run it. Didn't see anything. And he's going to get out past the 50-yard line to about the 47.
That was a good stretch. He was stopped dead on the 50-yard line, but then he turned and he dove forward and got an extra 3 yards.
That was a great read for the veteran quarterback.
Yes.
And the Indians moving it pretty consistently now. I mean, we're only 3 plays in, but still, you like to see this movement if you're a Mechanicsburg fan.
Yep, as long as they can get 7, 8 yards every down or 2 downs, they should be okay.
Conley, looks to pass, throws across the middle, complete to Jake Hurst. About the 30-yard line is where he's brought down. A couple defenders right there, but they weren't able to prevent a huge gain right across the middle, wide open.
Yeah, he cut underneath the receiver or the DBs, and all you got to do is hit the number, and it's a good yard gain.
Aaron Conley's only a sophomore, but even a blind man could see that he was wide open there. Able to get it to Jake Hurst. Now the same 3-receiver set, but it's flipped. Conley going to try for Hurst again, over his head, incomplete.
Yeah, that one he kind of forced it. There was 3 people around him, 1 in front of him. Luckily, he threw it high where nobody can come down with it.
Credit to Hurst though for jumping and trying to get it at least.
Yeah, that can be dangerous.
Yeah, some receivers would just say it's out of my range and then just drop back to the ground, but he's going up for it. He says I'm going to try for it.
Yeah, he wasn't close.
No, but better than not trying at all.
That's true.
Shotgun formation, Logan Hurst in at quarterback. He's going to take it, fumbles the snap,
Get on it.
Nobody has it, but now the Northeastern Jets are going to get on it, and that's what we talked about. Only takes one short moment, and the underdog team can get life, and they do there.
Yep, that hike to Logan was a little low, and he took a step before he even had the ball.
You could tell it was going to be a design run because Logan ran before he could walk.
Yep.
Got to get the ball in the hands first. And now the Northeastern Jets, they have some momentum here. Let's see how they use it on their opening drive. This will be Cade Houseman in the backfield. Shotgun formation, sends a man in motion. It's a toss out to the near side, and he's going to be brought down, looks like behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it looked like a good Mechanicsburg is fast going outside to side, so if they try to go around the corners and they can't, it's going to be hard for them to get around that corner and make that turn.
That was number 18, Dylan Hagee on the carry. And we're seeing the same unusual, we'll call it, formations that we saw at Triad, where they have receivers inset, double backs, and all the fun stuff, pulling out all the bells and whistles, and that run is going to get nowhere Not even close to the original line of scrimmage, maybe a yard, but they're going to give him a generous spot and say that he is back to that original line of scrimmage, back to the 30, or the 38, excuse me. 3rd and 12 is now 3rd and 10. And in the backfield, looks to pass. Throws it way over the head of the receiver, incomplete.
Oop.
That was to number 15, Jake Nichols.
Yeah, they tried running it, got themselves in long, 3rd-yard down, and couldn't complete the pass. That'll be their story tonight. If they can't run the ball the first couple downs, they're going to be forced to pass. And if they're not accurate on that pass, it's going to be a long night for them.
So a 3 and out for the Indians. Able to stop the Northeastern Jets on what would have been a costly turnover, and that's shanked out by the cheerleaders and almost into the band section there. Not the punt that the Northeastern Jets wanted.
Yeah, that should be about a 5-yard punt, if that, 1-yard punt.
We'll see where they spot it.
Yeah, 41-yard line.
Yep, 1-yard punt.
1
Wow.
yard.
And so what would have been a momentum boost for the Jets ends up fizzling out. The firework got water on it.
Yeah. Those are the ones you got to capitalize. If you're the underdog coming into a stadium like this, you got to capitalize on those turnovers.
It's one thing to make the play, it's another to capitalize on it.
Yes.
Completely separate areas. Conley has props in the backfield. It's the lone back. Conley's looked for Chase Props, but then found Beebout across the middle, and he's going to get tripped up shy of the 20-yard line. They're going to spot it right about the 22-yard line. And now deeper into the Jets' territory.
That was a great check by Aaron Conley because he had Props going out to the outside, but he's read that the outside linebacker was coming up on him, so he looked for Beebout, and he was open in the middle.
Mechanicsburg looking to capitalize on the short punt. Logan Hurst now looking to pass, finds Beebout wide open, but it's just out of his reach and falls incomplete off his fingertips. And now an announcement about one of our amazing sponsors, Blue Line Inks. The people at Blue Line Inks create the M.I.B.N. apparel that our broadcasters wear. They can embroider any clothing apparel you need, jackets, coats, T-shirts, sweatshirts, you name it. Go to BlueLineInks.com and check them out today. And the founder of that, John Teal, he has sons Jake and Kix. Kix is playing in this game. Meanwhile, Conley is going to scamper to about the 20-yard line, gain of about 2. And Kix Teal, number 28, a senior for this one. And he's been a big man for the Indians offense. Shotgun lone back formation for Hurst. It's a low snap. Able to get the handoff to Chase Props around the near side. Cuts up, untouched, and is brought down just shy of the goal line. About the 1-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Did you see that block, Caleb?
I did. That was a great block.
Yep, that was a great block by the pulling tackle, I think. He flattened him.
Looked to be number 73, Jake Teal. I only saw the block. I didn't see the number.
That's because it was flat on the ground.
Oh, yeah. There you go. It's because it's a pancake. You can see, you can't see it, but we're watching Danny Muscadri warm up his kicking leg there to try to, he's already in anticipation of a point after attempt here if the Indians can punch it in. Conley's going to keep it and hand it up to Chase Probst, and there's the first touchdown of the evening. Mechanicsburg strikes first.
That was a great, strong run by Props right up the middle. They're going to have to fix that snap because that was a little bit low also, but he was able to get it up to Props quickly, and he went straight up the middle right into the end zone. Yeah,
that center Jake Teal is going to have to get a higher snap at least.
Yep.
And is Mechanicsburg going to go for it? They are. Spread formation. Logan Hurst is the only one in the backfield in shotgun formation, sends Beebout in motion, and a flag is thrown.
Yep, false start on the offense.
That's going to back Mechanicsburg's try up a little bit. They will still try to go for 2, though. This will be from the 8. Beebout goes in motion again. Hurst rolling to his right, dodges one defender, throws it wide open for McDelong in the end zone, and that's going to be 2. Wide open. Defenders gave up, it looked like.
Wow, they probably saw the rush on the quarterback, and the quarterback pulled it down. Probably thought that he was going to run it, and they just took off a little too early.
And that's something you cannot get into a habit to if you're the Northeastern Jets. You can't give an experienced receiver like Mac DeLong a shot like that.
Or an
Just
experienced
can't.
quarterback like
Yeah,
Logan
or an
Hurst.
experienced Logan Hurst. Logan Hurst and Mac DeLong, this will be their 4th year of experience together.
Yep.
That kind of connection will be deadly, especially if you keep giving open looks like that. And so 8-0 Mechanicsburg in the lead with 7:45 to go in the first quarter, and that did not take long at all.
That did not. And plus, there was a turnover there that, potentially would have hurt the Indians, but they recovered from it quite well.
Able to shake off a bad play and get some points out of the stop. And now Danny Muscadri comes on to kick this one away. It's a nice boot, fielded around the 20-yard line. And it's dropped. And there's a battle for the ball. It was fumbled. It looked like Mechanicsburg got on it.
Oh, nope.
But no, Northeastern able to stop what would have been a huge miscue. Horrible defensive lapse.
Yeah, that was a pretty big hit on him, too.
Yeah. And now here we go. Houseman in for the Northeastern Jets. And that pass is complete across the middle for a first down for Northeastern. That's Dylan Hagee again. And they actually fooled me. That was Jake Nichols, the quarterback. We can't just keep consistent quarterbacks, can we? We can't make it easy on me.
No. They're testing you out for the next year.
This will be Houseman. A handoff. And he's brought down almost right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it looks
About
like he
2
might have
yards.
got 2 yards, yeah.
That was number 8, Hunter Albright, on the run.
That was a good, strong run, too. He almost got caught from behind at the line of scrimmage, but was able to get a couple yards.
They did. 3 receivers, 2 backs for the Northeastern Jets, and now this is Nichols back in shotgun. He's going to look to pass, gets rushed, and he's going to be brought down. It looks like that's the senior, Noah Wolf, on the stop. And that'll back up and slow down a drive for the Northeastern Jets. I mean, there's no other word to put it. They were marching.
Yeah, he was trying to break out of that pocket, come out to the left, but Noah Wolf was there to greet him and to tell him no more.
Trips formation on the bottom half of your screen. Shotgun pass, it's a screen. And knocked out of bounds near the 50 on the near sideline. There is a flag. We'll see what this is.
Holding.
That was number 4, Joseph Kovac, on the reception.
Must have been holding on the offense.
It is a hold against the Northeastern Jets. And so that'll back up what was a great play.
Yeah, that was a nice quick pass. It got it to the outside, and some good blocks and little extra blocking caused them to move backwards, but they were able to move the ball. So hopefully they can do that next time without the they're hoping they can do that next time without the hold.
It's 3rd and 15 from the 39-yard line. Nichols in shotgun, lone back set. And that was really close to being offsides. Kick Steele's got to watch himself. Shotgun snap. Nichols scrambles. And he's met about 3 yards beyond the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they got to be careful not to be too eager to get in there and to tackle somebody, because if they jump off sides, it's like giving them free yards.
And a 3rd and 15 at the 39 turns into a 4th down situation at the 46, but it's going to be a punt. 4th and 6, they're going to punt it. It was a low snap, and it's going to roll beyond the 15-yard line,
Down to the 10.
right about the 10.
Yeah, sometimes that punt right there is dangerous for the Indians because if it rolls and hits somebody, I mean, it's not above their heads that much, so they might not even
Right.
see it coming, and that's a live ball.
Might just accidentally get in the way.
Yeah, or it misses everybody and it rolls to the 10.
Just like that.
Just like that.
So now the Indians backed up deep in their own territory. Let's see what Logan Hurst does on first down. He's got the orders from Coach Forrest, who has seen his fair share of senior nights here at Mechanicsburg.
And hopefully sees a couple more.
Oh, yeah. Gabe Chandler is now in at the lone back. It's a fake handoff. Logan Hurst is going to keep it. He's up the middle, untouched so far, past the 35 and brought down right about the 40. They spun him and got about 2 extra yards on the run.
That's a good run. He ran up the middle, nobody around. He's looking for somebody to tackle him. Then he got caught.
Well, I'd say it's a great run. 30 yards on your quarterback.
Yep.
Just a couple miscues on Northeastern, and there was a wide open gap for Hurst. It's a handoff. Conley's going to give it to Gabe Chandler. Gabe Chandler cuts up and gets a couple yards on that one, maybe 7 by my eye. It looks to be about 6 where they spot it.
Yeah, that was a good run by Gabe. He's fairly young. Is he a sophomore?
He is. He is a sophomore.
Sophomore? So
yes.
Getting some good PT tonight, practicing for next year and the year after.
Conley's going to stay in at quarterback. Shotgun. Gets the ball. It's a nice snap, and he's going to take it up the middle, but the line was ready for it. Gain of only about 2.
Yeah, it's one of the things that is not beneficial. If you keep that ball and you're running it, jogging, hopping right and left, it just gives the defense time to come up and make the tackle.
We tick under 4 minutes to go in this first quarter, and Aaron Conley's going to take a breather along with Gabe Chandler. Hurst and Props come in to replace them. Do you have a hunger for some delicious country-style cooking? Then go to Mixin's and Fixin's Country Restaurant in downtown Mechanicsburg. They've got some great food. I always order what I call the broadcaster special. I'll describe what that is, but after this play, as Logan Hurst is in shotgun formation. Takes a low snap again. Props is going to go around the near side, cuts up, and turns on the Jets, past the 30, past the 20, and dragged down at the 10-yard line, maybe the 11. And they will spot him at the 11, but man, yards after carry.
That was a nice, strong carry. He looked to be pushed out of bounds at the 25.
Yeah.
And said, nope, I'm running into you and staying in bounds.
If I didn't know any better, yards after carry, it would be Chase Props' middle name, I think.
I think so, too.
And the broadcaster special, for anybody that's wondering, is a double bacon cheeseburger with fries and applesauce. They make it really nicely down there.
You better enjoy that while you're young.
Oh, yeah. I'll enjoy that before it goes to my hips.
Yes.
Shotgun formation. Conley's back in, rolls to his right, looking, can't find a receiver, so he's going to take it himself and gets about 2 yards. Those far side runs are the hardest to spot.
Yep. He's keeping his eyes up nice, though, looking for somebody to try to throw it most of the time, which is what you want in a quarterback.
Looked like he was trying to get it to Bebout, but Bebout was covered really nicely. So now Conley will head to the sideline. Hurst changes in, and this is something Mechanicsburg prides themselves on, is 2 great quarterbacks that they can just flip in and out and get some great reps out of the sophomore and the senior.
Yeah, they have pretty different styles, so it gives the defense a different look every time.
Shotgun snap. Logan Hurst is going to keep it up the middle. Powers his way for another yard after contact, and he's going to be about the 1-yard line is where they spot him.
First and goal.
And it will be first and goal at the 1. We have our M.I.B.N. correspondent, my brother Josh Spinner, at the West Liberty game, and he says it is 7-7 right now.
Good.
Yeah, good. We want. I never thought I'd say this, but we want West Liberty to win here. Never thought I'd say it.
Just don't say it out loud.
Yeah.
Where are they playing?
They're playing West Jeff. And Conley across
nice catch.
the middle, across his body. They're going to say he got it. And now Bebout, his first touchdown of the game, and they look to get him to it plenty more. And now it's 14-0 in favor of the home team
right.
Indians.
Yeah, another play. Aaron Conley was waiting for somebody to get open. Keith got open, got him the ball, and he made a good catch. They'll be going for two again here. Maybe.
And it looks like there's a timeout. It will be a timeout. Coach Forrest is going to make sure he calls the right play here. And these are pressure situations. If I was a coach, I would not like to go for two very often, because there's always an increased risk of missing it. And then what if you lose by one and you're always regretting, well, maybe I could have kicked it.
Yeah, it depends on the how well your kicker's feeling that night, and then also your percentage of getting it. It's a simple math problem.
Yeah, it is.
You're not good at math, right? Or you
No,
are good at math.
I'm a hopeful communications major, so math's not my thing. No, math is. I enjoy math, but certain kinds of math.
Certain kinds of math.
Yes.
Well, this is not differential equations.
No, it's not. Well, this stuff I can get into.
There you go.
Statistics, love that. It's just the calculus stuff that's not my cup of tea.
This is not a calculus problem.
No, it's not. This is the simple stuff. I like the
This is
simple stuff.
simple
2 plus 2, 3 plus 3, all day long.
Yeah, plus it gives your team, if you're not going to play a team where you're in a lot of short down situations, gives your team a lot of practice with that short down. That where you need that 2 yards.
Yeah. Yeah, I never thought of it like that. Hurst is going to quarterback this one again. He did the last one, the same B-bound in motion, and Logan Hurst is going to keep it and just scamper untouched into the end zone.
That right side of that line is having a great night out there.
And the Mechanicsburg Indians take a 16-0 lead. We're going to step away for just a minute here on the Mechanicsburg Indians Broadcasting Network.
Can't stop the right side of that line. That's all those long runs. Right off.
Welcome back. The Indians have a 16-0 lead currently over the visiting Northeastern Jets. Danny Muscadri going to kick it away for the second time. The last time the Northeastern Jets fumbled the return, they were able to recover it, but let's see if Mechanicsburg can get on it this time and force another potential turnover. And nope, he's going to secure it at the 30-yard line. About a 10-yard return.
Started off the same, kicked it to the same guy.
Yep.
That's the one I would target.
Oh yeah. I mean, you gotta look right at him and go, "Hey, buddy, I'm gonna hit it right to you."
This is coming.
Try to catch him off guard. We were talking about the line kicks that Northeastern has been doing, trying to kick it right at a guy and surprise him, catch him off balance.
Yeah, I don't know if those are on purpose.
Well, for good kickers, yes, they are. For this
Yes.
one, I'm not sure. It's a pitch to the outside, and it's going to be met about 2 yards beyond the line of scrimmage.
I think Noah Wolf caught him and fell backwards.
That's a modest gain for number 8, Hunter Albright. He's a freshman, 5'9", 185 pounds. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Jets at the 31-yard line. Shotgun formation. Nichols comes back in. It's a snap, shotgun, and a pass complete for Nichols to Albright, and Albright powered down at the 45-yard line. And you know when Nichols comes in, it's more than likely a pass.
Yes. But they got to make better tackles than that. Number 8 got the ball, he got hit, and he got 5 more yards after that.
There's a difference between hitting the receiver and tackling the receiver.
Got to wrap him up.
And now there's another, it's a direct snap to number 6, Cade Houseman. And Houseman's going to keep it around the far side and get brought out of bounds about 2 yards for the gain. And the big thing tonight is in about an hour and 5 minutes. Ohio State plays Northwestern. We'll have scores of that as we go through this game for any Buckeye fans that are watching. Nichols complete. And that'll be a first down for the Northeastern Jets. Complete to number 4, Joseph Kovac. And another misread for the Indians, and a wide open receiver found and completed to and able to run out to beyond where they should have gotten.
Yeah, he was wide open there. He caught the pass, turned, got another 6-7 yards. They're just playing him soft. They're making sure that they don't get behind him, which is okay for a little bit of time.
And that'll be the end of the quarter. At the end of one, your score, the Mechanicsburg Indians 16 and the Northeastern Jets 0. Stay tuned. We've still got more Mechanicsburg Indians football coming up in just a minute, but we're going to step aside for the end of the first quarter. Welcome back to Mechanicsburg football on the Mechanicsburg Indians Broadcasting Network. Northeastern Jets on offense, down 16-0. This is going to be a scramble for Houseman, and it looked like the ball came loose, but the referees are marking it as Northeastern's ball. About a gain of 2. It's going to be officially listed as a gain of 3, 2nd and 7 from the 39-yard line for Northeastern. And now Nichols comes in at quarterback, shotgun with trips receivers. More than likely this is going to be a pass. And now unprotected, almost got sacked in the backfield, but able to get it off to number 8, Hunter Albright. And he's drilled just short of the 35-yard line. And you heard a bunch of oohs up here in the press box as soon as he was hit.
That was a big hit. Looked like it hurt me.
Yeah, it was painful to watch. I know what you mean. And the Indians are jumping consistently. And it looks like it's going to be called against the Northeastern Jets. False start. So now you got to wonder, is that a tactic that the Indians have employed?
No.
No?
It never usually works out. The only thing that you could do is if you stutter, but you don't get into the neutral zone, then it's not a penalty.
Well, I didn't ask if it was a successful tactic. I asked if it was a tactic. Nichols, a diving catch, incomplete.
Yep.
The referee right in a great position to mark that one as dead.
So
And there's no gain. 4th and 9. Yes, we were. He threw it like right to our path of vision.
Yep. The wide receiver tried to turn when he caught it. You could see it pop out a little bit on
Yeah, that
this
was
side
intended
of it.
for Dylan Hagee. It was a low pass.
Yep.
And now it looks to be a punt. Indians playing safe man.
Oh, they're
It is going to be a fake. And just took too long to read it, and he's going to get brought down out of bounds. A loss of 1 on the play.
Yeah, the Indians were ready for that. If you notice, they didn't have anyone back to receive the punt.
Yep.
They were in that formation, ready for it, and there was nobody open. So he had when you have 4th and 11 or 12 to go, it's hard for somebody to make that.
Yep. If I've learned anything from M.I.B.N, that's called punt safe formation or safe man. And so now the Mechanicsburg Indians currently up 16-0 with 10:34, looking to add on to their lead here. Logan Hurst, shotgun snap, back to pass under pressure. He's going to keep it up the middle, across the 50. Flag is thrown, and he gets down to right about the 46-yard line. It is a holding call according to one of the line judges. It's unclear who it's on right now, but they're backing it up like it's against Mechanicsburg. And it is holding against the Indians, so that's going to back up that play. It'll repeat first down, though. So the Indians get another chance at that play. But it's just the line of scrimmage is backed up a little bit.
Yep. Hopefully they do the same play and get the same amount of yards because it was very close to a first down that last time.
That's got to be something that you'd think Northeastern would have at least an idea of. Now, maybe not under control yet, but knowing that Logan Hurst, if he's not seeing something, he's going to take off.
Yeah, it's hard because then you got to take one of your receivers and you got to put him in a spy position, and you lose a little bit of your coverage capability when you do that.
Shotgun snap, Aaron Conley across the middle, wide open to Jake Hurst. Jake Hurst is going to cut up across the 50, first down, and he gets past the 45 to about the 44-yard line is where the refs are going to blow it dead. And there you go, repeated the game.
There you go. Yep. It was a nice, Aaron Conley was in the pocket. There was a couple guys coming. They picked up the blitz fairly well. And Jake Hurst was there wide open.
So a big gain for the Indians on a 1st and 17. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 44 of the Jets. And that 16-0 lead really wants to be extended. I can hear it. We've been talking. Logan Hurst complete to Mac DeLong.
Yep,
and then it's going to be brought down hard by his face mask. That looks to be on number 10, Logan Stockwell. And he smacked his helmet. He knew right after he did it, they were going to call it.
Yep. Sometimes you just grab him for air, and whatever you grab, you pull.
Yep, mental errors there.
It may be a good thing, though, because he was fairly high. If he was any lower, he might have missed him, and he might have been able to get the 15 on his own.
So that'll be a personal foul. Face mask, 15 yards. For the Indians, it'll be a first down and 10 from the 25-yard line. A costly error for the Northeastern Jets. Mechanicsburg comes to the line. Lone back set. Chase Probst lined up right next to Logan Hurst to his left. Low snap. Fake the handoff, complete to Bebout. Bebout going to be brought down from his back. He escaped it and then got stopped again.
That was a great slant play. He was able to hike that, didn't get that one batted down if you noticed, and then was able to hit Keith in stride.
Another update from the West Liberty Salem West Jefferson game, 14-14 now.
Wow.
So West
Defensive
Liberty
struggle.
exchanging punches with West Jeff.
Yeah, last week was kind of a fluke for them where they lost to Fairbanks right at the end, but they
That
had
was
a couple
20-0
chances.
at halftime too.
It was.
I remember we checked it.
Yeah, Fairbanks had a really good first half, but then West Liberty just forgot to show up till the second half.
Almost a comeback. This one's going to be to Chase Probst. Chase Probst gets across the goal line for a touchdown. And Mechanicsburg scores yet again. And now it's 22-0 Mechanicsburg. Wow, not much to say about that one. Just an easy run for Chase Probst.
That was a good run. He was going out to the outside. Someone came and stopped him. He pulled up, dove in 2 yards out, and scored. Right behind one of his guards, I think.
Jake Hurst is going to come out. Coach Forrest talking to Danny Muscadri and then sends him in. The kicker comes in, however, it's to, looks like to be a wide receiver option for another 2-point conversion.
Jake might have been hurt or something. They're checking him out, but
the refs issued him or ushered him over to the sideline. And that's going to get brought down in the end zone. It looked to be short. But the 2-point conversion stands, and it'll be 24-0 for the Mechanicsburg Indians. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Mechanicsburg football on the Mechanicsburg Indians Broadcasting Network. Are you in the mood for pizza or subs? How about some ice cream or even a salad if you're into that and you're one of those healthy people? Then go to Pizza Alley in Mechanicsburg. They have all the tremendous food along with some amazing appetizers. Go visit them on your next pizza night or call your order in at 937-834-2209. And that's a kickoff for Danny Muscadri after the Indians score their third touchdown of the evening and 2-point conversion.
Ooh.
And the returner, number 6, Kate Hausman, brought down hard right about the 34-yard line. Welcome back to Mechanicsburg football on the Mechanicsburg Indians Broadcasting Network. If you're just joining us, I'm Caleb Spinner. Tony Muscadri lined up to my left.
Yep.
In the
How
press
you guys
box,
doing?
and we've just seen a dominant game from Mechanicsburg up to this point.
Yeah, they've had a couple mistakes, but they're not hurting them tonight.
They have had the mistakes, but Northeastern hasn't been able to capitalize on
Right.
them, and that's the big story.
Yep.
Shotgun formation. Hausman gives a quick handoff. Flag on the play. It's a gain of about 2. There was a handoff to number 8, Hunter Albright, and he really is big.
He is a big boy. But it was holding, so one of his offensive linemen didn't help him.
And that's just tough. That's something that's going to frustrate you going forward. If you keep getting runs like that and keep hitting it hard, the offense keeps trying, and then just simple mistakes bring it back.
Yep. And that's where if Mechanicsburg or whoever the better team is playing at that time, they'll capitalize and make that worth something.
And so now it's a 1st and 21 from Northeastern's own 23-yard line. It's a shotgun pass. Nichols throws, and it's caught. And Tristan Hall was there on the coverage. Tried to bat it out of his hands. It looks like he did. Excuse me, that's Noah Wolf, number 52. I see the 50s, and I'm not sure who it is, but
And whoever it was a good. They caught him in the air, coming down, and wasn't able to get any yards after he caught that.
it's the same shotgun formation.
Looks like Mac DeLong on the blitz here.
And Nichols in trouble, and he's going to have to throw it into the dirt as Mac DeLong was right there.
He had a pathway right to the quarterback.
Max told me all week, the 3 days we had of school this week, he's been telling me he's going to make a big impact here at senior night.
That was a big impact right there. It made Nichols have to get rid of that ball, and nobody was open, so he threw it at a receiver's feet.
Even if you're not able to make contact, just that pressure alone
Yep.
is a big contribution. Shotgun. Nichols throws, had a receiver wide open, but just overthrew him, incomplete.
Yeah, he saw Aaron Conley and Gabe Chandler come, and I don't think the receiver wanted anything to do with that ball.
And no doubt it'll be a punt situation now, 29-yard line, 4th and 15. And it is going to be a punt formation. This time the Indians send a man back. It's number 21, Keith Bebout. Out of view of your screen, it's a nice high punt. Probably the best punt that the Northeastern Jets have had so far, and it's fielded out by the 40.
Yeah, it'll come up 42, yep.
Keith Bebout didn't have a chance to return that one, and that's probably for the best for the Northeastern Jets. They've seen Kid Lightning return a football.
They have. I think they're punting, and they're punting towards the sidelines on purpose. They don't want anybody to be able to return them, so that was a very successful kick for Northeastern, especially compared to
it
their
didn't
first
go a
two.
yard. Yeah, it didn't go a yard, so that is very successful.
It did not go a yard, correct.
I mean, I find that's the hardest thing for a punter is to be able to control where it goes off your foot. That one, it looked to go off the right side of his foot. Didn't get his leg under it and just chipped out. If you don't know what we're talking about, unfortunately, we can't pull up replays to show you. But you can rewind the broadcast to the first punt that West Jeff. I have the West Jeff game on my mind. I'm excited for that one because that could give Mechanicsburg a shot at winning conference. But rewind it to the first time Northeastern punted the ball this evening, and you'll see exactly what we're referencing.
Yeah, right off the side of his foot, right out of bounds.
One man in the backfield for Logan Hurst. He's going to give it to Gabe Chandler. Gabe Chandler, a gain of about 6, and he's going to get brought down. Northeastern pulls him back, but forward progress makes this one about a 5-yard gain. And pro tip, you can tell it's 5 yards because it's spotted right in the middle of the down markers.
Actually, closer to 6, but okay. We'll give you that.
You have to correct me every time, don't you?
If you're wrong.
Okay, fair.
That was a good run, though. He was almost tackled and kept high-stepping it and got a couple more yards after the contact.
You always like to see a sophomore know those tips, and Gabe Chandler's going to get it again. And he is going. Keeps going after he's hit initially.
Yeah, he keeps those feet turning, doesn't he?
Legs pumping. It's going to be brought down by number 15, Jake Nichols.
You just got to be a little bit careful when you're doing that and they're holding you straight up and then a whole bunch of other people are trying to hit you hard.
Yep, absolutely. And you never want to get underneath a running back when he's trying to pound into your legs.
That's right.
You're going to get that to the stomach.
Yep, or to whatever.
Oh, yeah, or whatever's
legs,
under his
arms,
legs.
Helmet.
Crotch.
It's always a potential.
Yep. Logan Hurst in shotgun. Fakes the handoff to Chandler. Throws wide open to Colin Hartley. And Colin Hartley, a first down, puts a guy in the dirt and is brought down short of the 20-yard line. A massive stiff arm for Colin Hartley.
He bounced right off of him like it was a jello wall.
6:20 to go in the second quarter. 24-0, Mechanicsburg leads. Ball on the 22-yard line, and the Indians are in the red zone. Aaron Conley comes in for quarterback.
That one, senior Colin Hartley wanted to make an impact.
Yeah, he did. He's another one that's been telling. Basically, all the seniors have told me that they want to make an impact here tonight.
Yeah, this is their last home regular season game, so.
Last chance to show up and show out in front of this home squad, in front of the home crowd. Aaron Conley, extreme patience. He's going to keep it himself. Cuts upfield.
Good move.
Right about the 5-yard line is where they're going to down him. And I held my breath on that one. I do not like it when he carries the ball with one hand.
He tends to do that a little bit.
I've seen too many situations where that does not end up in a favorable outcome for the offense.
Nope. Any parts
Tuck
of the other
it.
person, it'll just fall right out.
Yes, tuck it. Always tuck it. There are instances where you can't see who's behind you and somebody is able to make contact with your arm. There's cases where you get the butterfingers and you slip. It's always better to secure it. Gabe Chandler secures it and goes right into the end zone for yet another Mechanicsburg touchdown.
Great run for that sophomore Chandler. He was
30-0.
He even got in there, got hit a little bit, did a little 360, stayed on his feet all the way to the end zone.
And with that score, Mechanicsburg secures a running clock for the second half, at least the start.
Yep.
We're not going to count out a Northeastern comeback because, again, West Liberty didn't score any points until the second half of that last one. This time, Conley is going to be quarterback for this two-point conversion. Beebout still goes in motion. It's going to be a handoff, and up the middle into the end zone is Jake Hurst. And now it's 32-0. A massive advantage for the Indians here as we are going to take a break. Don't go anywhere. We've still got more football here on the Mechanicsburg Indians Broadcasting Network. An update over the break. West Liberty Salem is currently leading the West Jefferson Rough Riders 21-20. And wow, that is going to be a game. In case you missed it earlier, this game, if West Liberty Salem wins, Mechanicsburg could have a shot at tying for the conference championship. But for now, we're going to have to win this one. Mechanicsburg in good shape here, up 32-0, as they're going to drop this kick return at about the 30-yard line. There is a flag on the play, however. And with 5:14 left to go in the first half, Mechanicsburg has just had a phenomenal performance here at home. What does Northeastern have to do going into the half? Because there's not a big chance that they'll be able to score here with the way the Indians are playing on defense.
No, but they have been throwing the ball, picking receivers out really, really good job doing that. Throwing underneath the Indians, and then they can turn, and if they give them enough space, they could cause some damage.
Holding on the Jets.
And it'll be a holding penalty against the Jets. That'll back that return up to the 20. And so it's 1st and 10 from deep within the Jets' own territory here. The Jets still have all 3 of their timeouts. So even if they end up punting away on this possession, they've still got some timeouts that they can use if they're smart in the late game, or in the late quarter.
Yeah, if they start playing against the clock, but I'm guessing that's not going to be their biggest problem on
Yeah,
this
I don't
drive.
think that's going to happen. It's a shotgun. Hausman airs it out, and Logan Hurst able to get right underneath it and pick it off.
I think that was their biggest problem on that drive.
I think so too. Well, they put in, if you notice, they changed quarterbacks. So Hausman threw it instead of Nichols. And Logan Hurst heads to the sideline. He is more than pleased in that one, but he's not a very outgoing player, or an extrovert, if you will. So he's just going to celebrate in his head, and he's not going to do any jumping jacks or jump up and down or high fives, whatever.
I'm sure after the game he'll be doing bird jacks, depending on the results.
Yep. Well, he's probably got fireworks going on in his head, though, at least.
Yeah, it was a good diving catch.
Streamers, all the fun stuff.
Good diving catch by Logan.
Aaron Conley throws, pass caught to Mac DeLong. Over the middle, first down, it looks like. The officials are going to mark it close. Still waiting. It looks to be right where the marker is.
Yeah, they might have to measure this one.
They might. It's awfully close.
Yep, looks like they're going to measure.
Well, Goshen Lanes has been one of the main places for fun in Mechanicsburg for a while now, and if you go there, you'll understand why. Matt Mayberry will get you hooked up with a fresh pair of bowling shoes and a lane with some pins that are just asking to be knocked down. You can also get some Pizza Alley pizza while you're there and eat it while you bowl. There's so much to do at Goshen Lanes, and you don't want to miss any of it. We'll see what happens with this measurement.
Got it.
It is a first down. Got the tip of the ball beyond the line. And that's all you need. Yep, one of my favorite sayings, a win by one still gets you a Super Bowl. And so the Indians, 1st and 10 at the Jets 36. 4:44 and counting down. The Indians do have a running clock situation as they are up 32-0. And Logan Hurst is going to fake a handoff. He's going to go up the middle. He's got 10 yards, and he's looking for the end zone. But he's going to get brought down just shy, about the 10-yard line, maybe down to the 9 or the 8 if he was able to extend before going out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a good run by Logan. He pulled it back, couldn't see anybody, started running. They're starting that clock early. But
now another first down.
They do have 2 timeouts too, so if the clock becomes a problem here this close, then they have some safeguards.
I doubt it will, though. 4:15 and counting down.
Yeah, that's a lot of time.
1st and goal from the 10. Mechanicsburg looking to score for what seems like the 5th time tonight, I believe.
A bunch of flags.
And Conley's going to keep it. Flags go. Flags thrown all over the place. There's a pile-on at the 1-yard line where Conley was dropped at. Not sure who the call's on yet.
That is the reason right there why you don't like him carrying that thing out in one hand, right, Caleb?
Yes, absolutely. And it's a holding against Mechanicsburg that's going to back that, what would have been really close to a touchdown, if not a touchdown. It's going to back it up farther. It's about the 21-yard line. So first and goal from the 21 now. Quite a difference.
Yeah, but the Indians have been getting yards pretty easily, so I don't know how much impact that'll have on the result.
And excuse me, I am feeling a bit under the weather, so if I sound nasally tonight, that's why. But I've been guzzling water and Mucinex all day, so should be fine. Shotgun. Logan Hurst fires across the middle. Mac DeLong gets it to across the 10-yard line. And that's going to get him right back to about the same situation. It's going to make up for that 11-yard loss. Just inside the 10-yard line, and now it's second and goal.
Yeah, that was a great pass. They're settling underneath the secondary and able to catch the ball, turn, and get a couple more yards. You do that 2 or 3 times, and it's a lot of yards adds up.
Aaron Conley stops his foot, gets the shotgun snap, throws it, and off the hands of a defender, incomplete, intended for Kehl there.
Yeah, it was a little bit behind him. He tried to reach back to grab it off his hands, went out of bounds, safely at least. So stops the clock. Puts the Indians in a third goal at the 10-yard line.
2:43 remaining in the quarter. Again, the clock is stopped after the incomplete pass, and that's dangerous. If the defenders are looking for it, they can get right underneath that and pick it off.
Yep, that's not a desirable outcome.
No. Interceptions are never desirable outcomes unless you're a defense.
That's right.
And then you want pick sixes. Logan Hurst in shotgun, and whistles blow.
Timeout.
Timeout, Mechanicsburg. Coach Forrest wants to talk it over. Didn't like what he saw on the defensive side, and so he's going to take some time to talk about it.
Yeah, it is 3rd and 10. I mean, they do have the chance to go for a field goal if they need to. So it should be a pretty good timeout call and figure out what he's going to do for sure.
So we're a couple minutes to halftime. What does Northeastern have to talk about in their huddle?
They have to clean up their game a lot. I mean, they have some, when they do get a couple yards, they're getting penalties that are pulling it back. So it's not helping the situation at all.
No, it's not.
No, they are having some success throwing the ball 5-10 yards out and turning. So maybe they go to a couple more plays like that with Nichols throwing the ball.
Earlier in the game, they had a fumble but weren't able to capitalize. It was a 3-and-out that they were forced to, and that, of course, was the 1-yard punt. So just some miscues that the Jets have had on offense and defense, but I think with some time and if they slow it down and just talk about it, address the situation, correct it, they can be right back in this game in the blink of an eye.
Usually Forrest is pretty good at correcting their mistakes too. So
yeah, he is.
A bigger problem for them in the second
That's
half.
assuming the Indians don't come out in a completely new formation and completely new game plan and throw you off guard yet again. Logan Hurst gets the snap at the 15, rolls to his left, and it's blown dead. False start on Mechanicsburg. So that'll back him up even more. What was once first and goal from the 10 was then first and goal from the 21, and then was second and goal from the 10, and now it's 3rd and 15 from the 15.
Yep. Not the direction you want to be going.
A roller coaster possession for the Mechanicsburg Indians, and right now you're on the uphill climb, I guess.
Yes.
Because you don't enjoy the uphill climb, you enjoy the downhill. So it's kind of the opposite when it comes. I mean, usually you'd think you'd want to be on the uphill, going up, but not when it comes to roller coasters. Logan Hurst throws complete to Keith Hurst, or Keith Bebout, excuse me. I saw Keith Hurst here today.
Got back to the 10.
Yep, and he scampered out of bounds, it looked like.
Yep, that's
Stop the
your
clock.
favorite yardage, right?
Yeah. 2:31 to go in the opening half, and it's now 4th and goal at the 10. And Danny Muscadri going to try for a field goal. This will be only the second field goal attempt for the Indians this season.
Looks to be about a 27-yarder.
The first one was a make for Muscadry at Cedarville in week 4.
This one's on the right hash, too.
It's a good snap, good hold. Kicks up.
Oh, it's good.
And off the crossbar and in. The kick is good from Muscadry. Man, had some great theatrics on that one. And
All
so
right.
now the score will be moved to 35-0 for Mechanicsburg.
I guess he will be able to eat tomorrow.
Yeah. In case you're new to the streams, that's a running gag, is when Danny misses, he doesn't get dinner the next night.
That's
Or
right.
that night if it's early enough.
I say that, but of course he's running
Yeah, of course
cross country
he
tomorrow
gets
morning,
there.
so he gets to eat everything he wants tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, they have districts, right?
Districts
at-
now, yep.
Cedarville.
Cedarville, yep.
Yeah, Danny's going to need every ounce of food he can get tonight to run that distance.
I think his problem is not the amount of food that he gets.
It's what food he gets.
It's what food
Probably,
he gets.
yeah.
He eats 2 meals a day usually, or at a meal time. And he's still thin.
He's a big eater.
Yeah.
From what I remember, Joey was a big eater too.
He stopped though last year.
Really?
Yeah.
You
And
trying to cut for any reason, or
I think he still got 2 plates and gave one to Danny.
Ah.
I don't think not to cut. He's definitely not cutting.
Well, I guess he's a college student, so
He's a
I
college
don't know if he can afford the 2 meals anymore. It's a line drive kick. It's a beautiful kick. This one's going to get right down to the 1-yard line, and the Indians right there to shut down any return. It's going to be inside the 5 is where the Northeastern Jets will set up, and some great special teams work for the Mechanicsburg Indians.
Did the Jets just have one guy back on that?
It looked like they had 2 guys out at the near sideline, but only one guy went back to try to get it.
Oh, okay.
It looked like they originally thought it was going to roll to the goal line, but then as they saw it losing speed, they sent one over. Now 2 receivers to either side for Northeastern. That's a flag offsides against Mechanicsburg.
A little eager there.
Yep. We haven't had a sack this half yet. And you know Caden Coleman prides himself on getting into the backfield, so maybe he just got a little bit excited for that one.
Yeah, he's looking to get one here right before halftime, I think.
Oh, yeah. He was looking to get one earlier in the game, but I guess we'll settle for in the half.
That scrum's not going to get him many yards.
Nope. You can't run it at the Indians.
Mechanicsburg is taking another timeout.
That line will just close in on you. And Mechanicsburg will take their final timeout of the half. Right here with 2:08 to go. Mechanicsburg on top by a nice lead, but as we said at the beginning of the broadcast, anything can happen. It only takes a couple plays or
At least
one
4,
quick
5.
possession or one quick drive to get a team back into this one.
Yeah, it's going to be hard. Now in the second half, their problem is going to be running with the clock.
Yeah, it is.
With a running clock, it's hard to get anything. When you're already struggling getting yardage, and that clock fighting against you, it's hard to get anything.
Well, the Indians have been clicking on almost all cylinders. I mean, they have had some miscues and some bad situations, but I mean, 35-0. I'd say more than happy with where they are right now.
It's definitely a good half.
And sorry, I'm getting a notification again. We have an M.I.B.N correspondent at the West Liberty Salem West Jeff game.
Yep.
And West Jefferson is now losing to the Tigers even more, 28-20. There is a man down out of courtesy for him, though, where we won't show
Oh, okay.
the
Gotcha.
guy down. Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
You have so much electronics here, I can't tell which one.
Yeah.
is which.
Yeah. No.
That's why I'm the guest, and you're the
Yeah. So
inspiring.
for those of you that are watching, we have 2 screens currently on. We have one that's our field camera, and one that's pulled up which is what you're seeing now is us talking. And so Tony's getting confused with the audio, with the setup.
Yes.
But Coach Forrest taking this time to talk to his guys, and Northeastern's coach is trying to get back on track, trying to get some points before halftime.
Yeah, anytime you can correct little things, even this late in the first half, if you could just fix one or two of the basic things, it makes your halftime talk a little bit easier.
Well, what are some of those basic things?
Mostly, they're going to have to see if they can just solidify some of their blocks. Like that last run, it looked like just a scrum where they just all ran right into a pile and it moved forward 2-3 yards at max. But they're going to have to clean that up and try to make some clean blocks off of them, off of the hike.
Yep. And not to mention, if they force a turnover, convert on it.
That's right. Or at least win the field possession.
Yeah. And so now the player is up and walking.
Number 15.
That's number 15, Jake Nichols. Excuse me, the quarterback. Mr. throwing the ball for the Jets.
He's been throwing the ball pretty nice and pretty accurately.
Yeah, he's been muddy tonight.
Yep.
And on the subject of money, did you know that Security National Bank is right in Mechanicsburg? Man, I should win an award for that transition right there.
That was great.
They provide customers with quality service and a number of financial services. Next time you need to go to the bank, look no further than Security National. And so now, 2nd and 2 from the 15.
Oh.
And that is the most obvious false start I've ever seen in my life.
At least it took him 5 yards to figure that one out.
Yep, number 12, Gunnar Leonard, decided to take off a little bit early. And that's going to back him up.
It was a good takeoff, though.
Yeah, it was. It was a good takeoff. He was able to lower himself, dig into the ground, and turn the Jets on, but he almost did it again there, but now goes in motion, brings him in tighter. All the receivers move in closer to the line, and the Indians defenders do the same. Shotgun formation. This is Houseman in the backfield. And he's going to be brought down in the backfield. There's the sack, but there is a flag on the play right by where the play took place. Right in the backfield. Flag was thrown by the far side line judge.
Personal foul. Hit to the head.
Wow, targeting.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he just came in at him a little bit high and hit him in the helmet. From here, it was hard to see.
I didn't see who that was on either.
No, I did not either.
But, I mean, you kind of knew. There was a hit in the backfield. Penalty flag comes out. You kind of assume it's some kind of extra hit or extra contact.
Yeah, it didn't look like a hard hit.
No, but then again, we're not in an optimal position to see it.
That's right. I'm in an optimal position.
There's a handoff. It's a toss to the outside. And the Indians right on that one to limit the gain. It's number 8, Hunter Albright, again on the toss.
Yeah, the Indians just move so fast. I mean, that play was good to the open side of the field. He got the ball clean and they just closed off that corner really quick. Couldn't do anything with it.
Minute 12 to go, 2nd and 9 from the 22-yard line for the Jets. They're taking their time.
With only a minute left, you just keep everybody in front of you and you don't worry about 10, 15, 20-yard gains.
Now under a minute to go. It's a fake handoff. Houseman's going to keep it. And he can't fool Colin Hartley, as Hartley is in there to stop him before any gain.
No, he's having a good night. He's had a couple good plays on offense, couple good plays on defense. That'll complete it for him.
30 seconds.
And now 30 seconds, 3rd and 7. Shotgun formation.
Nope.
Man in motion. Gunnar Leonard goes in motion. Indians back up their receivers, or their defenders, excuse me. Trips receivers for the Jets.
Start moving back.
And not sure. They're down under 3 seconds to snap it.
Oh, they had to call timeout.
And it's a timeout with no time on the clock.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion there. They couldn't figure out what they were doing. Looking over at the coach, looking back, looking back.
So the clock expired. We'll see what the refs reset it to. Northeastern calls a timeout late in the play clock.
Yeah, I saw.
What do you think? 2, 3 seconds?
Yeah, 2 or 3 seconds at the most. Whatever it will be, it'll be one more play.
So they're talking about it.
Yeah, the difference between 1, 2, or 3 seconds isn't going to matter.
It's
going
not
to be
gonna
one
matter,
more
yeah.
play.
And they're going to just call it an untimed down.
Yep, one play.
3rd and 7. One more play before we call it halftime. Trips receivers for the Jets. Houseman's going to keep it up the middle, brought down at the 30-yard line, and that's going to end it. 35 to nothing as we enter halftime. The Mechanicsburg Indians cruising at this point. And we've got more football coming up after halftime. Excuse me.
You
So
okay
stay
over there?
tuned. Yeah, I'm just having some
You're just excited that it's
stomach
35
troubles.
nothing.
Yeah, I got a lump in my throat. 35 to nothing your score going into halftime. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the second half in about 20 minutes on the Mechanicsburg Indians Broadcasting Network.
say go Bucks, you better say go ND over there. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. I'm sorry, I can't be in the press box anymore.
Tonight, we would like to honor and recognize the two Mechanicsburg FFA teams that won their state contest last spring. By winning the state contest, both of these teams will now represent Ohio at the National Finals contest at the end of this month in Indianapolis, Indiana, during the National FFA Convention. The Meats team. The Meats team of Taylor Ayers, Ellie Schiffer, and Colin Hartley dominated all of the contests they participated in last spring. The team won every contest they competed in, and the team members were consistently the top scorers at each contest. At the state contest, Ellie Schiffer was the top overall individual in the state. Colin Hartley was second, and Taylor Ayers was third. The team would also like to recognize Logan Hurst for his efforts as he finished 7th in the state. The top 3 scorers go to the national finals. This past January, the Meats team finished 3rd in the nation at the National Western Roundup in Denver, Colorado. The Meats team is coached by Dr. Billy Ayers. General Livestock teams. They consist of Noah Wolf, Grace Forrest, Jennifer Wallace, and Morgan Hamby were also crowned state champions last spring. The team consistently placed in the top 5 at each contest they went to and had big wins at the Marysville Invitational, Miami Trace Invitational, and the Patriot Contest. Over 1,300 students and 180 teams competed in the state contest. Noah Wolf was the top scoring individual in the state, while teammate
Do it
Grace
again.
Forrest finished 7th.
What?
Turn it on again.
Morgan Hamby and
give it a
Jen
minute.
Wallace were
Okay.
the 17th and 19th overall individuals.
It should,
The team of Wolf, Forrest, and Wallace were the championship team
because
at the Big
it
East in
delays.
Springfield, Massachusetts in September of 2018. The livestock team is coached by FFA advisor Kevin Neer. Join me in congratulating our FFA
So you gotta give it a minute. See
students
the light was
in
blinking
their
for me.
success and wish them the best of luck.
Yeah. There you go. So it just takes a little bit to start it up.
Gotcha.
That's weird like that. Alright, see how it starts up right there for us? Look at that. He's supposed to start me on a ready Welcome back to this game between the Mechanicsburg Indians and the Northeastern Jets here on the Mechanicsburg Indians Broadcasting Network. I'm Caleb Spinner, your play-by-play broadcaster. With me in the booth is Tony Muscadri, and we are just about ready to get underway with the second half of football in this game. And it's been a dominant performance for Mechanicsburg all the way through.
Yeah, Northeastern has been making some big mistakes. Mechanicsburg has been able to capitalize on them. And the other way has not happened at all.
I could see you were just as surprised as I was with that kick.
Ugh.
Not optimal for
Not
the Indians to
optimal
start
at
off
all.
with this. That one's fielded at about the 30-yard line, and that's where the Northeastern Jets will set up shop for the first possession of this second half.
Again, they haven't been able to move the ball more than probably 20, 30 yards max on any one series, so I don't know how important it is.
And with a 35-0 scoreboard, we do have a running clock in this second half. We will until and if Northeastern can score. And Jake Nichols completes his first pass
Nope.
of the second half. No, never mind, dropped it.
Yep.
That was intended for number 4, Joseph Kovac. And if you remember, Jake Nichols went down late in the second quarter. Good to see him up and about and in the game now.
Yep. It's always good to see the kids healthy on the field.
You never want to see an injury, especially at the high school level. Nichols will stay in at quarterback, shotgun. Looks to throw under pressure from Mac DeLong, able to get the pass off, and Kovac is going to get it just short of the 40-yard line.
That was a little jump pass there. It was a good pass. He, under a lot of pressure, he had to jump up and just throw the ball straight. Diving catch, it was a good play.
Thankfully for him, there was a receiver there that he could dish it off to. I've seen players that have jumped up there, gotten hit, and there's nobody to throw it to.
Yep. Unfortunately, that would not work well for them.
No, it does not.
Aaron Conley out to the outside here, looking to maybe blitz.
Shotgun formation, lone back. Nichols winds up, passes, and it looked to be complete. Looked like it was going to be complete. A beautiful diving catch, but just a little bit too much on it, not able to hold on.
Yeah, it was just a little bit far in front of him. It should have been caught, but and if it was caught in stride, that would have been good for a pretty good size gain there.
It is 9:33 to go already in the third quarter. This clock is ticking down fast. It's going to be the enemy of the Northeastern Jets, and powering up the middle, they give it to the big fella.
Was that the fridge?
Looks like, I mean, it must have been. Looked like it was to number 70 or 78. It'd be Jake Riggle or Seth Marshall, one of the two.
Oh,
Give it to a tank.
I think they might have to measure here.
Looks like they will. Looks to be short from here, and that's not just because I'm a Mechanicsburg fan.
Yeah, are you sure?
But it looks to be short. We'll see. It is a very generous spot. Kehl and Aaron Conley are blocking our view of it. And they're going to call it a first down. So the chains will move here.
Again, it was 4th and 4, and they just gave it to the biggest kid on the team, and he just plowed forward, kept his legs going for just enough.
And so after several 3 and outs, they finally get a first down.
Yep.
Already some positive movement for the Northeastern Jets.
Oh, offside.
And it's a false start.
Yeah,
I saw a false start on the receiver.
Yep. That's who it was right here on the near side. Number 6 started a little bit early.
And knock on wood, as soon as we said that the Northeastern Jets might have had it figured out, a penalty.
Yeah, that's what the coach was talking about at halftime in the interview you had. Basically, they have a good play, they get some momentum, and then they have a problem that sets it back.
2 steps forward, 3 steps back, he said.
Yep.
Shotgun formation, 2 backs with Nichols. Nichols throws in the direction of Mac DeLong, tipped it almost into the hands of Logan Hurst. That was dangerously close to an interception.
That was. He threw that ball, left it a little bit high. Mac DeLong had enough time to come underneath it and try to at least bat it away, which is what he did.
Logan Hurst was just a couple split seconds away from getting an interception there on senior night. He already had one that was just lofted right into his breadbasket, but looking for another one here.
Oh, a little bit of a blitz.
Shotgun, scrambling, and Nichols throws, got the pass off, but it's incomplete. Held onto it, and then contact jarred the ball loose. Man, nothing is going right for the Northeastern Jets.
Nope, they got to hit some of those open passes.
The receivers are there. The passes look somewhat decent. I mean, there are a couple that are off target, but for the most part, they're nice balls.
They're hitting their hands.
Yep, and that's the rule, basically. So if it hits your hands, you should catch it.
They got to go for it here.
On 3rd and 15, it's going to be a quarterback keeper. Nichols able to get about 2. 40-yard line's the spot, and it'll be 4th down for the Northeastern Jets. And there's no way they go for it here.
Well, I mean, with the clock running, they don't have much time to do anything, so looks like they're going to punt, though, to play it safer.
Yep. I mean, they have to at this point.
Yeah.
You can't take any risks. I mean, you'd love to take some gambles, but not here.
Uh-oh.
And that is a low kick past the 35 to just about the 20-yard line, and that's where it's tapped dead.
After watching some of these films, Northeastern coach might just tell the punter just to do that every time.
Yep.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, it is. I mean, again, we said it. Even if it brushes by a Mechanicsburg Indian, the slightest bit of contact is still contact, so that's a live ball.
Yep. And if they don't get it, it keeps on rolling for an extra 20, 30 yards after where it would normally be kicked.
It's basically an onside punt.
Yeah.
That's not an actual thing, I don't believe.
No, it's not.
Okay, making sure.
Ball's not live unless it's touched.
Yep. That's why we have you on here, our football
Yeah.
analyst and expert. Logan Hurst in shotgun. Hand off to Chase Props. Props is going to stiff arm one defender, and he's got daylight. He's streaking down the near sideline. One man to beat. Is he going to beat him? Stops right back into him, shakes off the contact, and he scores. A gigantic run
Wow.
for
what a
Chase
great run.
Props, 80 yards into the end zone.
Yeah, you saw him get tired. He was like, I can't make it. But then he stiff-armed him, shoved him off, kept going for the
I
rest
think
of it.
I think he went back into him just to get contact or just to show, hey, you can think you have me, but you don't. Stiff arm, I'm gone. And they are going to go for the point after this time. It's not a two-point conversion. Now, Danny got lucky the last time. Bounced it in off the bottom crossbar.
Yeah, but this one's about
But we'll see.
10 yards close. It's about 7 yards closer.
And it's not on the right hash. It's straight up. That one beautifully splits the uprights.
That was a good kick.
Adds on another point for the Indians, and that's 42-0 for Mechanicsburg.
I guess he can eat tomorrow.
Okay, yeah. Well, we just said he should, or he has to eat because he has cross country coming up. But we're gonna step aside for just a moment. We're gonna celebrate that touchdown. We'll be back with more football on the Mechanicsburg Indians Broadcasting Network. Mechanicsburg Indians on top 42-0 here with 4:30 to go in the third quarter. And there is a running clock now extended as the Indians take a 42-0 lead. And Mechanicsburg has just been dominating the Northeastern Jets, but you never know what can happen here. Northeastern will get a chance to field this one. And it's going to be blown dead just shy of the 30-yard line. Right about the 28.
Yeah, it was a good stop by Tristan Hall on that play. He was able to stand him right up, drive him back 3 or 4 yards, and then he heard a whistle.
And it is still 28-20. West Liberty Salem has an 8-point advantage over the West Jefferson Rough Riders. They've just begun the third quarter in that game. Again, if you missed it, if West Jefferson loses to West Liberty and Mechanicsburg beats West Liberty in Week 10, then West Jeff and Mechanicsburg will tie for a conference championship, and they will split the first place in the OHC, not only North, but the OHC at this point. Meanwhile, a pass complete to the 30-yard line, and will bring up second down and 7.
Yeah, they're going to have to not worry about that stuff right now, Caleb. I know it's hard not to talk about, but really they got to do what they got to do. So they got to win tonight. Obviously, they're doing that pretty well. And then they have 2 slippery opponents coming up the next 2 weeks with Fairbanks and then West Liberty.
Well, they might not be able to worry about it, but I will. I can worry my pants off, and they won't. They've still got games to go.
Ooh.
And a hard hit. And a flag is thrown. Keith Bebout delivered the punishment on the receiver. That was number 6, Cade Hausman, who received the hit. Let's see what they call this, because I didn't see any unnecessary aggressiveness.
I didn't either. He was saying it was targeting, but I don't think he led with his head.
Oh, come on.
I don't think it was.
I don't think so. I've never been trained as a ref, but that's one of those ones where you've got to think no.
Man, when you see a hard hit like that and the kid's head's down, we'll see what they do here. Yep,
For those of you that are Buckeye fans, the game has just begun. It's currently 0-0.
That was good for
And
them
they
to
will-
discuss it and come to a
Yep.
conclusion
They
together.
will wave the flag off.
Yeah.
That you can't call anything on that. That's just a clean hit. Might be tough, but it's a clean hit. And now shotgun for Northeastern. 2 backs, 3 receivers. Looks to his right, throws, passes complete for about 5 yards, 5 or 6. It will spot at about 6 yards, and that was Cade Hausman on the reception, 5'8" freshman.
This is what we talked about earlier, Caleb, is that their passes underneath like that, they're getting 5, 6, 7 yards each pass. You got to stay with that, I think.
And this is a young Northeastern team. I count 4 seniors on the roster. And almost none of them are backs. And that's going to get brought down behind the line of scrimmage. We'll see where they spot this.
Yeah, it looked like a loss of 2 or 3. Probably 3rd and 5 or 6.
We'll see once the scoreboard gets updated. It looks like it'll be 3rd and 6. At the 42-yard line, the Jets looking to get something here, and they really need it. 1:10 to go in the 3rd quarter. Trips formation. Nichols takes advantage of it. Gets it to Kovac, and Mac DeLong right there to stop it.
Yeah, good stop. He stayed with him and was able to stop him right before he even got to the line of scrimmage. Another loss of 3 yards.
And this has not been the start that the Northeastern Jets have wanted as we take under 45 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
What I don't understand, when they throw 5, 6 yard hitches, they're working for them, and then they go to these run and a screen and behind the line of scrimmage. They just got to get the ball up 5 or 6 yards and let it go.
And there's a punt, spirals out of bounds just across the 40-yard line. And Mechanicsburg will start at the 41-yard line. So great field position for Mechanicsburg to start off here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, this is a good time, and Coach Forrest is really good about this, trying to get some of the backups some playing time so they can get some practice in game situations too.
Yep, members of the JV squad will come in for this one. They have a game tomorrow at Northeastern, the way that these work.
No game tomorrow.
Oh, no game tomorrow? Okay, it got canceled. So never mind, they do not have a game tomorrow. And the 3rd quarter will tick away. At the end of the 3rd quarter, Mechanicsburg Indians have a 42-point lead over the Northeastern Jets. And we'll be back with more football on Mechanicsburg Indians Broadcasting Network, but we're going to take a break right now to hear from one of our sponsors. Being a broadcaster, I'm in the public eye a lot. When I'm interviewing or coaching or whether I'm interviewing a coach, calling a game, or in a meeting, I always need to look my best. That means my clothes, hair, and most of all, my teeth. I do this by going to Darby Dental Smiles in Urbana and Mechanicsburg. The staff is super nice, and I always know that my mouth is healthy and when I leave. And when I leave, I'm in the best shape I possibly can be. Next time you need to visit the dentist, make sure you go to Darby Dental. And it is very dark in here. I can barely read my scripts that I prepared for this. And the Indians start off with a handoff. It's good for about 2 yards, and a flag is thrown. It's an aggressive throw.
8, Shetter.
That is Dylan Shetter on the run.
Yeah, they're not trying to take out the kids when they throw the flags, but they are trying to get it to the spot of the foul.
Yeah, well, it looked like it was aimed right at his helmet when he threw it. And it is a holding penalty against Mechanicsburg. That'll back that run up. Now let's see what Mechanicsburg decides to do after the penalty. Under center. Snap, pitch from DeLong to Shetter. Shetter goes to the sideline, cuts up, lowers a shoulder, and delivers a hit to number 10, Logan Stockwell, for a gain of about 2 or 3. And Dylan Shetter, one of those young players that I think is going to be good for Mechanicsburg going forward.
Yeah, in a couple years he'll have some good time at the varsity running position. You know, Chase Props is there now, but they have a couple others coming up too that will be pretty good.
He's an aggressive back, and that's something that Mechanicsburg loves, is a back that's not afraid. They won't shy away from contact. They'll give the hit.
Yep, him and Bradford, both that play for the
Yep.
JV, are pretty good backs, I think.
Charlie Bradford, I believe, right?
Yep.
And that is a handoff up the middle again. Gain of only a couple. And we got an update from our timer, Bill Huck. It is 7-0 in favor of the Buckeyes. It'll be a 3rd and 12 for Mechanicsburg, though. And we appreciate everybody that's tuning into this broadcast. You guys supporting this channel and supporting our organization is what helps make this all worth my time and efforts here with the Mechanicsburg Indians Broadcasting Network. So we thank you guys for all your continued support here. Meanwhile, a run will get some yardage, but not enough for a first down. And this might be the first time that the punting unit sees the field for Mechanicsburg tonight.
Yeah, again, you got a couple JV players. You got Shatter and Muscadri both carrying the ball a little bit there. Again, they're just trying to get yards up the middle and trying to run it tough. But, I mean, Northeastern still has their varsity team in there, so it's not going to be easy yards for them by any means.
And a punt from Hayden DeLong. It's a nice kick. And it gets to about the 28-yard line. And so the Northeastern Jets are going to be eager to get some points on the board if they can. Want to avoid a shutout here.
Yeah, this is similar to the Triad game where they were up 40-0 or 44-0, and then all of a sudden they threw a pick six. We don't want to see that happen tonight.
No, you don't.
Hopefully you clean that up on the offensive side.
And in case you're interested, it is now 28-26 in West Liberty. Nichols scrambles out of pressure. It's a bullet aimed at the feet of DeLong. It looked like to be intended for Joseph Kovac.
Yeah, there wasn't much there. He was getting rid of it. I mean, he was triple covered with somebody underneath. It would have been a pick if it was anywhere close to the receiver.
But that one was a low ball.
Yeah, he just was getting rid of it. Here you see some more of the JV players getting some PT.
Jake Nichols is a junior, stands about 6'2", 205, so he's a nice-sized quarterback. Looking, under pressure, and he's going to keep this one. Tuck it and runs.
Ooh.
Gets two Indians to run into each other.
64 and 67.
64, I believe, is Tanner Frisbee.
Yeah, they hit each other hard, but unfortunately it was not with the other team in between them.
67, I'm pretty sure, is Max Cummins. And I don't have a roster in front of me, so
Caleb,
that's memorization.
But you got to be a little bit more confident.
Okay.
It's this guy and this guy. We don't know any difference.
Noted. Shotgun formation for Nichols. One back, four receivers. He's going to hit a screen complete, but only good for a couple yards. As number 12, Gunnar Leonard, is brought down as soon as he got his hands on the ball. And these are not the kind of gains that are going to get Northeastern in the end zone.
Nope. And in fact, it's 4th and 3 right now with a much-needed play for them.
From the 37, 6:47 and counting down to go in the game. Nichols sends a man in motion. Trips receivers to his right. And now the Jets are unclear on what they want to do. Snap, play action. Under pressure, chase down, and he's going to throw it away. John Robeson almost had a sack, but forced pressure for sure and got rid of it.
Now, in that situation, Kehl, that's as good as a sack. Turnover on downs.
Yeah, it is. And not a costly turnover, but a big error. And Mechanicsburg, no doubt, is going to put this one, is going to get some points out of this. Couple substitutions come in for Northeastern. And with 6 minutes and ticking down because of the running clock, Mechanicsburg is up above 30 points. So they do have the running clock for this whole half. 5:50 now. Mechanicsburg should just run the clock out, right?
Yeah, they're just going to be running it with their JV players, try to go up the middle, waste as much time as possible.
And that one a handoff, good for about 1, according to the marker on the far sideline, to the 36. Hayden DeLong getting some consistent reps here at quarterback. He's seen a couple of snaps here and there, but now he seems to be the only option going forward as they're going to rest Hurston Conley.
Yeah, there's no point in having them in there, potentially get hurt with
Yep.
the game well under control.
Especially with 2 big games coming up on the road.
Yep.
These next 2 weeks. All the JV roster is in at this point. It's a handoff from DeLong to Danny Muscadri, and Danny Muscadri gets planted after about 2 or 3 yards.
Yep, there were a couple guys waiting for him right there. 2 linebackers. Cleaned
Credit
it up.
to the Jets for giving punishment on that run. And now 4:40 to go in the game. I mean, there's not much that Northeastern can do at this point
No, the clock
other
is
than
just,
try to prevent a score.
Yep. Watch out,
DeLong
AC.
looks to pass, throws it to Muscadri,
Oh.
and just out of his hands, right through the gap. It would have been a beautiful pass. It had the distance,
yeah,
but just incomplete.
Just a little bit out of his reach. He dove for it, just touched the outer part of his hands. That one there's no call for that one to be withholding dinner from him.
No, there's not. That was just a good ball, just out of his reach.
Yep.
Not much you can do there.
No. It's 4th and 7 here, and I think they're going to elect to go for it.
Looks like they will. The Indians come to the line. I formation. DeLong, handoff, up the middle. Bradford's got room, spun around. Millage, excuse me. See, there you go. I was confident on the call, but I was wrong on who it was.
That was
So,
a good run by Millage. Bradford's, I think, hurt.
Bradford is
somewhere.
16.
16, yes.
Yeah.
Not bad for JV players.
Yeah, no, it's not.
That was a good run by Millage up the middle, and he was able to kind of squirt a little bit outside and get the first down.
And now 3 minutes to go. Man, does time fly when you have a running clock.
Yeah.
1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Indians looking to punch this in one more time. Same I formation. The handoff to Muscadri, and he's going to get dropped on the backfield. Loss of 2 or 3, and another aggressive hit delivered on Danny Muscadri.
He didn't have much time to do anything there.
No, he did not. I think he just barely secured the ball before the hit was delivered.
I'm kind of happy he didn't drop it.
Yeah, you and me both. But with 2:17, not like it could turn into, and not like it could amount to anything.
No, I think he's just trying to waste time, and I think he sees something on that off guard to the left side that he keeps on running that, trying to fix one of the blocks or fix something in the line that's going on.
Well, they keep trying to get him up one of those holes to the left. So maybe Coach Forrest sees something, and there it is. And that's a touchdown.
Right.
Danny Muscadri attacks the left side and gets it into the end zone.
I think they fixed what the problem was.
Yeah, I think they did too. Well, Northeastern didn't.
No.
Mechanicsburg did.
Mechanicsburg did.
And so now it is a whopping 50-0 lead. Or no, excuse me, 48. I'm getting ahead of myself.
You are.
What did we say at the beginning? Math's not my strong suit?
They'll keep
No.
Danny in to go in for the extra point.
Let's hope it's a nice, powerful kick like the other one was.
That was a great handle. Who is the Logan Hurst?
Logan Hurst.
Did you see that? He dropped the ball, was able to pick it up and put it on the thing the block right before Danny kicked it. And
Didn't
still got
interrupt
it in.
the stride.
Whew. That was good. You don't get extra points for scoring a touchdown and the extra point, though.
No, sadly. You don't get extra points for a beautiful hold either.
That's right.
I wish you did.
Yes. That PAT credit Logan Hurst on handling that ball after the drop.
I don't make the rules for football.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me once again in giving our 1969 football team one last round of applause.
And now with a minute 47, a 49-0 Mechanicsburg lead, we're just about ready to call this one a game and go home. That was the knockout punch if it hadn't been delivered already. There it is.
Yeah.
The haymaker.
It was probably delivered 2 minutes into the second quarter.
Probably delivered when it was 8-0 in the first quarter. Delivered right after they couldn't convert the fumble.
Right.
So Northeastern hasn't been like overly bad. They just haven't been able to capitalize, right?
Yeah, if you can't move the ball on your offense, it really doesn't matter how good your defense is.
Well, I mean, we saw in the Catholic Central game, it was just mistake after mistake after mistake. This is just an offense that's just been met by an even better Indians defense. That one fielded to just about the 40-yard line. We'll see where they mark it.
He got that ball in full stride. Luckily, he tripped up on someone's foot, or else he would have been gone.
Yeah. But you know what I mean, right? Like, the Jets have it's just been the defense of the Indians that stopped them from converting here.
Yeah, I mean
it hasn't
obviously
been
they're
them.
They're being outplayed tonight. They're not making many huge mistakes, but they're also not able to capitalize and move the ball at all.
Less than a minute to go here. The Jets are going to run a couple more plays, and then the final horn will sound.
Looked like Millage on the stop there. That was a good tackle.
Gain of about 7 before Millage brings him down. And now 40 seconds. The Jets in no considerable hurry to get any plays off. Snap. It's a pitch from Houseman. And number 67, Max Cummins, to stop him.
Nope, with a flag on the play.
There is a flag.
Face mask.
And the clock ticks down to about 15.6. Timeout Mechanicsburg.
They're taking a timeout to honor the seniors tonight on the senior night at Mechanicsburg Indians field.
And now all the seniors go to center field. Raise their hands one final time here. Kicks Teal, John Robinson, Logan Hurst, Colin Hartley, Noah Wolf, Kyle Hunt, Jaron Patterson, Mac DeLong, and Bailey Hersey. From left to right there. I'm on it today.
You
Missed it
got
once.
You got it.
But I got it. Well, I think so. I went to school with it. I still go to school with these guys.
They're all in your class, so you better have it.
Pretty sure if I get it wrong, they're going to let me have it. But it's hard to believe that these guys that I've spent so much time with are finally seniors. It's a weird feeling. The Jets elect to go with a quarterback keeper here. Houseman gets a first down. And 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. And that'll do it. The Mechanicsburg Indians get the win here. 49-0 on senior night and Halloween night. Just terrified the Northeastern offense. It was a scary defensive performance for the Mechanicsburg Indians, and Northeastern just couldn't get anything going.
No, they played really solid tonight. They did not allow the Jets to get any distance at all on their offense.
No.
And then on their offense, on Mechanicsburg's offense, they were able to move the ball at will, so they were able to score a lot of points easily,
Yep.
even with a couple mistakes that they had.
That's what happens when you've got a great offense like Mechanicsburg does.
That is true.
And so on the schedule for Mechanicsburg coming up, Fairbanks next week, and then West Liberty Salem the game after that.
Week
They are
10.
both on the road.
Yes.
So that'll be big.
Both of them will be big. Fairbanks with the big upset last week over West Liberty. So they are a little bit of an unknown team, even though they were playing. They lost their first 2 games of the year and then won everything else. So they do have the potential of upsetting us, but I'm guessing Forest is going to have them pumped up for that game, ready to play.
In the fourth quarter, West Jefferson leads the West Liberty Salem Tigers 32-28. So West Jeff is coming back in that one. And I know you told the football team, you said the football team's not going to worry about it. Coach Forrest is not in the habit or not in the habit of worrying about games other than the one that's next week.
That's right.
It takes it a week at a time, but we can take it as far into the future as we want. And the Buckeyes also are enjoying a 7-0 advantage over Northwestern for any Buckeyes fans. So that's the end of our broadcast. Turn on either the West Lib or the West Jeff game if you can find it. I'm not sure if it's being broadcast anywhere. I noticed our friends from the Bull aren't in here tonight.
They are
so
not,
they might
that,
be there.
That might be the game of the week.
Maybe.
So.
I mean, it would be if I was running that station.
Yes.
That would 100% be the game of the week for me. And then if you're a Buckeyes fan and you don't really care about the Tigers or the Rough Riders, then turn on the Buckeyes game.
Yep.
It's Friday Night Football. I believe that's on the Big Ten Network because of the Game 5 that's going on tonight as well between the Astros and the Yankees.
Yes, they did move that to the Big Ten Network, I heard this morning.
So once again, your final score, 49-0 for the Mechanicsburg Indian Broadcasting Network. Tony Muscadri, I'm Caleb Spinner. That's the game. We're out of here.